Hey guys, it's Mrs. Firestone. So we are going to read a book about spring. It is a story written by Cheryl Ryan. She was the author, so she wrote the words inside the story, and it's illustrated by A. Spencer. So A. Spencer illustrated the story, which means that he drew all the pictures inside. So what I want you to do is I want you to read along with me because this book, as you can see, is a level B book. So I know all of you out there can read this with me. And we're going to start with the title. The title is the name of the book, and it is titled It is Spring. And if I look over onto the picture of the front cover, I see the nest with some little birds that are hatching from their eggs. That happens in spring. So that makes sense to me that the picture on the book that I can see with my eagle eye is making sense because it's the same thing as the title, which is It is Spring. So that is a really good thing to know too. So we're going to open up this book and we come to the title page. I know it's the title page because it has the title and it also has the author and the illustrator name at the bottom. So It is Spring. And I also see some other things with my eagle eye because you always want to use those eagle eyes. Sometimes in my classroom we go like this to look, make sure we can see everything. I know that I see these little creatures. Do you know what these creatures are? Worms. Yep, we see a lot of them in spring. So that makes sense. Are you ready to read with me? I'm going to move myself up here. Here we go. Ready? Well, let's get here we go. Ready? The sun pops up. Good job. The flowers, and I can tell because I'm using my eagle eye, because look at all of these things up here. Yep, it says flowers. Flowers begins with a F right there. Flowers. Good. Let's go back and read it again. The flowers pop out. Good job. Ooh, those are those creatures, and we said we knew what they were. They were worms. Good job. Ready? The worms pop up. Ooh, I like the ending sounds I hear there. There we go. Ooh, what do you think these are? Yeah, they could be plants. They could be flowers. Yeah, they could be maybe things in someone's garden. Absolutely. Ready? Let's go down and let's read. The plants. The plants pop up. Great job. Ooh, I'm looking up here. I see the trees. We went on our spring walk last week and we were seeing that there was a lot of these coming all over the trees and different bushes. Let's go back down and read. The leaves pop out. Very good. Oh, there's that same picture from the front cover of the little birds coming out of their shells, and they're in that nest. Ready? Let's go down and let's read. The birds pop out. Nice job. Oh, I see a rabbit and a deer and a chipmunk or a bear. So I can't just say one of those things, but I can look at all of them and they are animals. Absolutely. Ready? The animals pop out. Yeah, some of them might have been hibernating. Maybe they were someplace else. Ooh, look, I see the worm and the flowers and the animals and the birds and the flowers and the trees and the leaves. Spring pops out everywhere. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to go back and read that again. Spring pops out everywhere. Pop, pop, pop. Awesome job. You guys did a great job. So listen, this is what we're going to be doing. I am going to ask a couple questions. And you know what? We know that good readers always go back to the story. So I'm going to just move me down here because we're going to have to go back. And here's my first question. What happens in spring? Well, this whole book was about spring. So good readers, we can go back, and I'm going to go back all the way to the very beginning of the story. And so I have two things that it could be. Does it rain in spring or does it snow in spring? So if I go back through the book, the sun popped up. Flowers pop out, the worms come up, the plants pop out, the leaves pop out, the birds pop out. Did you see any snow in there? I didn't. I would think that I know that in the springtime, when all of those things are happening, it rains. So definitely it rains in spring. If I look through the book and I have a question and I'm wondering, tell me something that is not during spring. So think about that. I want to think about something that is not happening in spring. Can you think of something that does not happen in spring? I don't want you to say the animals pop out because that does happen in spring. But tell me something that does not happen in spring. I have one. Something that does not happen in spring is that the leaves on the trees, they don't fall on the ground. No, they come on the trees. So that's something that does not happen in spring. The leaves do not fall to the ground. So when we read a story, the best thing that we can do is think about the main idea, the big idea, what the whole story is about. And if I look through here, I can think, sometimes a lot of people say, oh, well, the main idea of the story is it is spring, but that's the title. So that is true. And, but the sun pops up, the flowers pop out, the worms pop up, the plants pop up or pop out. I apologize. The leaves pop out, the birds pop out, the animals pop out. Spring pops out everywhere. So the whole main idea of the entire story is that a lot of things happen during spring. So if all those things happen during spring, can you tell me one detail, just one thing that tells me this is one thing that happens in spring? Tell me one thing that happens in spring. Yeah, you could say the animals pop out. You could say the worms come out. You could say the birds hatch from their eggs. You could say that the flowers start to come out. You could say that the plants start to come from the ground. So all of those things are details, and those details are inside of knowing that main idea. The big idea is many, many things happen during spring. And then all those little things are the details of the main idea. So good job. You knew what those were. And if I would think of one thing that the plants need and that the flowers need, what would you think? What's one thing that both the plants and the flowers need in spring? I hear some great ideas out there. Do you know what I think? I think they both need dirt. They both need like dirt or soil. They both need sunshine. Some of you said sunshine. I also think they need rain because they need the water to grow. So all three of those things are things that both the flowers and the plants need. So both of those things that are all three of those things they need. So if you were thinking one of those, kiss your brain. You guys are amazing. So think of some other wonderful things that pop out during spring. Maybe you can think of some, and maybe you want to write about what happens in springtime. So it is spring right now. I hope you get outside in Pennsylvania. It's a gorgeous day to get outside and look for things that are popping out all over. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good day. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.